express unconditional love and generosity. Let me take you one final moment before you journey into the life that is laid for us where faith and hope do not exist in the world. In the kingdom of our Heavenly Father, only love there is. Love. Thank you for your deep expressions of this universal principle. I know how much your heart contains profound affection. I have felt it intensely. Until now, thank you. Generosity. You help us more than ever in our most of our lives predicaments. In any aspects, you have given much without measures. Indeed, without measures. To give and not to count the cost, to labor and not to seek reward, to provide even when there's nothing left. How much you have given unconditionally cannot be equaled by how much our heart's amount of gratitude contains. Your generous acts of giving are unsurpassed. I'm continually and persistently learning to live by this virtue you have shown, how to selflessly give until it hurts and until it hurts no more. Understanding. It is better to give when asked, but it's much better to give unasked through understanding. You have always understood us, Tito Ambel. Your virtue of understanding paved way to my discernment and insightful realization that I must do the same. Thank you. Simplicity. I have witnessed how meek and simple your life was. You have not been influenced by the splendor of living, a life driven by the wealth of earth. You set an example in me to pursue living humbly and simply. I will forever bring this as I carry on. Thank you. Fairness. All shall be equal. You have said so. Because you believe that not even one should receive much favor than the other. It is through this virtue that I have valued its real significance sincerely. I thank you. Now that you're on your way home to the one who sustains and nurtures life, may your meaningful journey here on earth set examples to our lives as we too fulfill our everyday tasks. May we always be reminded that aspiring for goodness is the sole purpose of our living, and you have influenced this on us by setting good examples through unselfishness acts of devoting yourself as a good father, loving husband, obedient son, and a selfless uncle. We will without end cherish you. Be at peace now. Rest upon the gifts of everlasting life, where angels sing and harps and trumpets are sounded. As they welcome you in the eternal gates of heaven, receive now the rewards of your fruitful life here on earth. Goodbye and thank you. To the family, Auntie Evie, Marky and Vanny, and to all the friends and relatives who in one way or another are greatly affected by this great loss, as we grieve, let us always live in our hearts. At the end is only the start of a new beginning. To have hope and faith, to do courage and goodwill, to believe that life still goes on, because we are never alone in this journey of life, a journey of living. That we have a loving God who sustains all our emptiness in these darkest hours, in this deepest sorrow, in our brokenness. He's always there for our darkness in peace too. We may have lost one such good, great soul, but his memories remain embedded in our hearts, his many wonderful acts of goodness, which we too shall carry on. As we bid our final goodbyes, let us then all together whisper our simple prayer. Lord, eternal rest grant us to the soul of our beloved Ambel Ignacio, that he too may inherit the richness and perpetual joy of your heavenly kingdom, forever and ever. Amen. Goodbye, Tito Ambel. You are always remembered in our dear hearts. Be at peace.
Jordan? Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I am I'm Ambel's oldest son from his first marriage. He's married to my mom, Josie. Sorry she couldn't be here today. Due to my parents' separation at the age of 4, I was not fortunate to live my whole life with my dad. But the years I did live with him, I feel were the most important in my life. You see, I lived with him from the ages of 10 to 17. I feel that was a part of my life where I was going from a young adolescent to a young man. In those years that I lived with him, I learned so much just by observing how he lived life and how he handled himself as a man. See, my dad, he was a simple man. He didn't need much to be happy. I always believed all he needed in life was his family and music. And we all know he truly loved his music. If you notice, if you see his music collection, he had so many records, CDs, cassettes. It was pretty amazing, actually. And we all know, my dad was very instrumental. He was a drummer, actually. And growing up, I remember I spent a lot of time with my dad in the car. We were always driving to places. He would take me to wherever I wanted to go. I had friends, like we lived in Antioch, we used to live in Concord, he'd drive me back and forth. And a lot of times, just me and him in the car, and we would have our talks, whether it be about life, sports, or girls, or whatever it was. But one thing always stood out to me in the car rides. He was so into his music, always had the music going. And just, sitting there listening to music with my dad, I'd always remember him tapping. He'd always like drumming with his 2 fingers. Like always on the steering wheel or the dashboard, he's just driving, tapping along with the beat. And it's just, whatever song, it's just, that was my dad, just drumming along. And I kind of feel like, that's how he lived his life, just drumming along to his beat. Like it was just one great song to him. In the years that I lived with him, he was the best dad. He never raised his hand at me, he never yelled at me. I can't remember one time him yelling at me. And again, to me, that's amazing. He was always just so calm and collected. I always believed, I'd like to believe that, I never gave him a reason to yell at me, or hit me. He was just, that's how he raised me to be a good kid. And I wish I hope he feels that I was a good kid to him. It's basically, Dad, you're my role model. Always have been. I always respected you, how you carried yourself, how you were with everybody. So caring and loving. Even to this day, you're my role model. I strive to be like you more and more every day. I know you'll be watching over me, our family, all of us here, future family. Just know that I love you, and I'll always miss you. I love you, Dad.
Thank you, Jordan. Great comments about your dad. Okay, Marcel.
Marvel's second son. When this happened to us last week, I initially wanted someone